हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक टू अनदर वीडियो ऑन दिस चैनल। नमस्ते जी, कैसे आप सब? एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल विश यू अ वेरी वेरी हैप्पी न्यू ईयर and I really hope that all those dreams, all those targets which you are working upon since 2024, you are able to achieve all those dreams, you are able to complete all those targets in 2025. And with that note, let us get started with this video. In this particular video, we will gonna talk about Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Both of these entities have been dominating the global carbonated beverages industry for more than a century now, for more than 100 years now. So let us talk about all these entities once again. Namaste जी, and चलिए शुरू करते हैं। So दोस्तों, Coke and Pepsi, these are the two massive brands operating in our world right now, and they both have been fierce competitors for over 100 years now. Coke, it was introduced in 1886, and Pepsi had made its debut in 1893. And the soft drink industry today is dominated by these two entities with a combined market share of almost around $500 billion. Together, these companies not only shape the taste of billions of people worldwide, but they also engage in one of the most interesting, they also engage in one of the most exciting business rivalries in the marketing arena. Well, both of these companies have their own renowned brands. They have their own popular product lineup. They both have extensive, vast network also, distribution network, and hence it is safe, it can be assumed that Coca-Cola and Pepsi, today they have established a global duopoly.
तभी लाउड हो दुनिया का शोर, सुन सिर्फ इस दिल की, क्योंकि ये दिल मांगे मोर।
As of 2024, Coca-Cola commands approximately 50% of the market share, and while Pepsi controls almost around 20% of the market share. And both of these entities combined, they control around 70% of the beverages industry across the world. These two companies are known to be in a war for many years now, and that war is known as the Cola War. Today, Coke and Pepsi, they reach out to consumers in more than 200 nations. Their popularity is so much that even if you go in a poor nation, then through multiple studies we have seen, those multiple studies have proven that there could be a possibility that people of those poor nations do not know the name of the US president. But it has been proven that those people have either heard or tasted either Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Such big, massive giants these are. If we focus on Coca-Cola first, then Coca-Cola was invented in 1886 by Dr. John Smith in United States, and the foundation of Coke laid the foundation of the carbonated soft drink industry. The brand is so popular that in 1985 it had changed its formula and its taste, and because of that it faced so much of consumers backlash that the company was forced to bring its older formula and the old taste back. Well, there are some people who say that it was a strategic master stroke by Coke to increase its sales because it wanted to prove to the world and it wanted to prove to Pepsi that how much their consumers are in love with their flagship product. If we focus on Pepsi, then Pepsi was created in 1893 by Caleb Bradman, but again in United States, and the debut of Pepsi marked the beginning of a rivalry which has been there for more than a century now. Pepsi in 1975 had come out with its own Pepsi challenge, and it was basically a blind test where ordinary people were asked to take blind test, and it came out with a result that only on taste basis people preferred Pepsi over Coke. Although कुछ allegations ऐसी है कि during the challenge Coke की जो बॉटल थी उसे 0 डिग्री पे रखा गया था और उसकी वजह से उसका जो टेस्ट था वो अच्छी तरह से बाहर उभर के नहीं आ सका, एंड पेप्सी वॉज केप्ट एट अ रेगुलर रेफ्रिजरेटर टेम्परेचर. बट एनीवेज, I mean, we do not know, we cannot figure out whether those allegations were right or wrong, But that particular campaign was a game changer for Pepsi, and it had directly challenged the Coke, and it tried to change the consumer's perception towards Pepsi. Now, both of these companies have been expanding their product lineup. They are moving into different categories. They are moving into juices, into teas, sports drinks, and even in bottled water. Both of these entities have been able to become such massive giants because they sold the American dream to the world. Everyone wants to become like United States, or at least they aspire to become like United States. And drinking any of these products made them live the American dream. And that is the reason which both of these entities could tap into to expand, to create such big markets in emerging nations and emerging countries. Coming back to Coca-Cola, then its lineup includes its iconic Coca-Cola, its Diet Coke, and Coke Zero Sugar. And it also includes Fanta, Sprite, Dasani, Powerade, Minute Maid, among many others. And now, Coke has also brought 20% stake in Monster Beverages, which shows its entry into the energy drink market. If we focus on Pepsi's product, then Pepsi has its own massive product lineup. Its product lineup includes its own iconic drink, its flagship Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, and Pepsi Zero Sugar. And it also has Mountain Dew, 7-Up, Mirinda, Slice, and Pepsi also owns now 10% stake in Celsius, which shows its own entry into the health-oriented beverage sector. Both of these companies have ensured that they develop a preference towards their taste in billions of people worldwide from a young age, and hence it becomes very difficult for a new entrant in the market. It becomes very difficult for any other player to eat into their market share, to capture their market share. Both of these entities, both Coke and Pepsi, they reach through their consumers through supermarkets, restaurants, retail stores, and vending machines. So, to conclude, Coke and Pepsi, these are the two titans of the beverages industry. These are two titans who aspire their consumers. They have tapped into the mindset of people to such extent that together now they own 70% of the market share worldwide through innovating fearlessly, through deep understanding of their consumers, through learning from their mistakes in the past, and through respecting the rivals. Both of these entities have become such massive giants that it's almost impossible to ignore them, to avoid them, and both of these entities have managed not only to survive, but they have managed to emerge as winners. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste ji.